Hello, this is Rob Hutz here for My Climate to Me, and this is your Halloween special. I'm here outside Bisham Abbey in Buckinghamshire, and I'm here to meet with the Insomnia Paranormal Society, which are doing a Halloween themed investigation as we speak. So let's go inside and meet the team. Now I'm currently stood outside the Warwick room. The other side of this door is Steve. Steve's currently monitoring the investigation live from the hub. So let's go and speak to Steve. Hi Steve.
Hi Rob.
Can you tell us what exactly is going on at the hub and how the investigation is going so far?
Basically what we've done here, we're setting up an EVP session.
What's EVP exactly?
It stands for electric voice phenomena. We've set up a microphone just behind me here, which is pointing towards a trigger object, which Suze will introduce you to later on. We leave the system recording throughout the investigation.
And Steve, have you caught anything on audio so far?
Yeah, we have. We've caught what we think is a soldier, the sound of a soldier saying order. So the first one would be the sound as it was recorded on the system here.
Don't worry.
We've slowed it down and we've amplified it, and this is what you'll hear now.
And that was recorded in this room?
That was recorded in the same room, yeah.
Now Steve, before we find Suze, can you give us your climate change question?
Bisham Abbey is an important part of our heritage. What is the biggest weather risk to a building like this in the future?
So here we are in a second room in the Abbey, and we're here to meet with the second member of the team, Suze. Hello Suze. Can you tell us what's going on in this room at the moment?
Yeah, sure. So I'm setting up a trigger object, and a trigger object is something that would be used, so something that would be relevant to the Abbey.
Can you tell us a little bit about this trigger object?
Yeah, sure. It's a curse. The curse was shouted by the abbot of Bisham as he was dragged from the Abbey church. So pretty scary.
Would you mind reading out the curse, or is that a bad idea?
No, for sure. I love it. As God is my witness, this property shall never be inherited by two direct successors, for its sons will be hounded by misfortune.
So Suze, before we leave this object and head to the Great Hall, what's your climate change question?
How different would the weather have been in the UK 800 years ago when the Abbey was first built?
So Suze, if we could leave this for now, perhaps we could go and see the Great Hall?
Yeah, sure. Sounds good.
We're just about to step into the Great Hall, where I believe Martin and Sarah have been taking temperature readings. Hello Martin. Hello Sarah. Can you tell us what you're recording in here at the moment?
Yeah, basically what we're doing is temperature readings, and this is what we do before we come into the actual investigation, and also during the investigation as well.
Martin, have you caught anything unusual so far this evening?
A lot of it's just jumping from like really high heat down to really freezing temperatures. There's a lot of it's coming from this room here, so we're trying to sort of keep in the area, see if we can pick up any noises or anything. And then Sarah here, she's taking down the recording of the temperatures and that.
Well, that's quite frightening, Martin. Is there any other tools you've got to help measure the activity in the room?
We've got here your paranormal laser pen, as we call it. And what this basically does is, once you press the button here, it will release a beam which can literally split into a massive grid. And while this grid is literally being shot, we'll have somebody else taking photographs. And the idea is when the photo's developed, hopefully, praying, we should see images or shapes or shadows in there.
Okay guys, let's kill the lights and I'll follow you upstairs.
Brilliant.
Okay Martin, if you could show us how the pen works.
Yes, absolutely. Okay, so what you do is you just point it towards location, and then what we'll have is somebody with the camera taking a flash photo, and then we'll hopefully see if we can find any shadows or shapes.
Okay Martin, just before I leave you, what's your climate change question?
The Abbey's over 800 years old, but what I want to know is what the weather's going to be like around here in 800 years' time.
That's a great question. I'll leave you to it and I'll catch you up in a second. Now there have been some really unusual goings on in Bisham Abbey tonight. It's getting late, so I'm going to let you guys go home. I'm going to go back to join the investigation. Can you tell us exactly what's just happened?
Basically, we're in one of the upstairs room at the top of the staircase. There's a strange light on there. We called out to see if we could switch a light on or off. Light just came on. We were stood at the opposite side of the room. Again, we asked to turn it off. Nothing. Martin checked. The first time Martin checked to see the switches switched on. It's one of the things. All caught on camera. Can't explain it really.